Hello everybody, it's Tim here again, here another video, this time for the review for the next Season 2 Chucky episode. Now, this second season is about over. Overall, I would say it's not as good as Season 1. Um, Another problem with this season is we still have, no idea what Chucky's actual plan is, like, why he was, sending out a scout and all that to, go, gather information on the kids and everything. We still have, no idea what's going on. We got Bald Chucky here, which is clearly a parody character of, the, Marlon Brando character from Apocalypse Now with the shaved head and everything. And when he dies at the end of this episode, he's having Vietnam flashbacks going, the horror, the horror. It was really silly and campy, but it went on so long with his Vietnam flashbacks, it actually did start to make me laugh. Overall, this is another fine episode. I'd give it a 3 out of 4. It was fine. Most of these episodes have been fine. This season is not as strong as season 1, and overall, this season has just been fine for the most part, honestly. From the looks of it, it's going to be a 3 out of 4, easily fine episode. You got Jake and everybody in here, and they're all, fine acting-wise, and still got the good Chucky plot going on. And you find the psychiatrist that was introduced in the last episode, who we find out is, working with Chucky. We find out that she was actually Chucky's psychiatrist from when he was a child, and there's, a plot point brought up here that I don't really like, where she's like, "You're not really good, Chucky. You have to snap out of it." When she kidnaps the good Chucky because she wants to use his body, I guess, to have because the Nika, the Chucky Prime, the original Chucky, is trapped inside Nika's body, and they want to get him out of there, and they're going to the psychiatrist chick who's gonna put Chucky's soul inside good Chucky's body, so Nika can have her body back, basically. And of course, Nika is still with Kyle. I blanked out on names there for a second. Kyle and Glenda, and they're still getting Fiona Dorff's good acting and everything with the character. It's fine, and they're heading there, and they're gonna. Well, Chucky tells him he knows somebody that can get him out of her body, so they can go their separate ways and all that. And of course, it's the psychiatrist lady. But like I was saying about the psychiatrist lady, they hint at something or bring something up here I didn't really like. When she's talking to good Chucky, she's like, "I was your psychiatrist when you was a kid, and you had some good in you then, and I tried to stamp it out." So I don't really like that, because it's because in the last season we got the idea that Chucky was born evil. He was one of those people who's born with suppressed emotions and all that, who's basically born to be a psychopath. Um, you see people born without emotion and all that, or at least suppressed emotions, where they just barely feel anything every now and then, or hardly not at all, and they usually turn into serial killers. And but she's implying that Chucky did have some good in him, and she did her best to stamp it out. So we're getting the vibe here that this chick was already crazy even before Chucky ever came to her, and she just made Chucky crazier. So I don't like that, because it's "Oh, you helped be responsible for the creation of Charles Lee Ray, the serial killer." I don't like that. I just prefer the idea that Chucky was just born crazy himself, or just born without emotion, and he just got crazier and crazier because he wanted to kill, because he was a born serial killer. That's better. That's fine that he's just one of those people born without emotion, or without much emotion. That's much better. The idea that he was kind of like that, but also persuaded and put on the path more by this psychiatrist lady as well. You don't need that. You don't need this whole psychiatrist twist with this chick. You just don't need it. Maybe they'll justify it more in the final episode or something, but there's no reason for her to be here. They haven't given any kind of significant reason for her to exist as a ally character yet. But and the whole thing about the Colonel character, who's the bald Chucky, he's pretty funny. And he shows up, he's gonna kill the kids, and they make up this big plan or whatever to he has to fight them all, and you think it's gonna be this big epic showdown. But instead, he turns around, he's already been stabbed in the back with a pair of scissors from Andy, which was kind of a letdown, because I like the idea that Andy's the one that kills him. But if Andy is going to kill him, which I would prefer, then I want to see that fight. I would like to have seen that fight. But no, he just walks in, he falls over because he's already got the scissors stabbed in the back of his head. But that's when you do get the funny line though, where he's dying and he's going, the horror, and he's having Vietnam flashbacks. That was some funny shit. I like the ending here. Good Chucky's he's upstairs, and the Nadine chick, who's kind of this weird acting girl. I thought they might do more with her in the series, have her be conflicted, to maybe where good Chucky's trying to brainwash her eventually when he turns back evil and use her for help, or maybe a Chucky is in general. But no, she's just weird for weird's sake, I guess, just to play into more of the camp comedic vibe of more of this season, which feels more in line with Cedar Chucky. But anyway, she comes up there to like get good Chucky, and he's like, "You know what fairies do? You know what they're good at?" And he's basically saying, "Yeah, they fly. You know what's happening here." And he throws her off like the top of the building, falls to her death, and he's like laughing about it and everything. And then he turns back into good Chucky after that when the kid's up there. He's like, "Jake, what have I done?" So you get the idea that what was the brainwashing or whatever that was done to the Chucky is like kind of wearing off, and he's developing like a split personality disorder, basically. Um, so when it comes to like the next episode and all that, um, I'm not sure what they'll do with the good Chucky doll. Maybe he'll end up sacrificing himself, or maybe he'll just turn back into his pure evil self. Maybe he'll sacrifice himself to like stop the psychiatrist chick or something. I don't know. It could go either way. But then again, if they kill the psychiatrist chick, um, then who's gonna help put Chucky Prime, who's in Nika's body or whatever, into a doll? I mean, what are they going to do in that situation? I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go exactly. They're trying. Don Mancini deliberately tries to surprise us with this series. He tries to build up things and kill characters that you don't see coming and all that to try to specifically surprise the audience and the viewers. So who knows? But yeah, overall, 3 out of 4. Good. I liked it. Buff Chucky's like getting ready to get in the fight with the Colonel, the bald Chucky, and you also find out that he like poisoned his wafers he's been eating, communion wafers, which is like, well, how did he do that? And it's like, okay, he's Chucky. He just snuck in and did it, I guess, just off camera. But he poisoned him and he dies from poisoning. And then the nun chick who's there with him or whatever, who's like, thought he was Jesus or whatever, is like, I will avenge you. So I think that I think the nun chick will probably end up like, going after the priest maybe, or the psychiatrist chick and like stabbing one of them or something and killing one. That seems like what it's building to. Like maybe she'll kill Devon Sawa again. Who knows? But yeah, overall 3 out of 4. Good. I liked it. Fun, fine, harmless. Nothing great, but good. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.